Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are getting to the new Lunalights. We got tons of new support. We got new free-to-play support. We got new box support out of the blue, and we're using virtually all of it. Very few older Lunalight cards, except for all the boss monsters, of course. We didn't get any new boss monsters, but we did get some pendulum cards. They came separately. This one was from the event. The event should still be going. This one was from the box. He's a level 1 pendulum. You can pendulum summon except Lunalight monsters. That's normal. And then once per turn, you can fusion summon one Lunalight fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion material from the field or the graveyard. So think of it as a miracle fusion, but it kind of works like a fusion gate where it's always on the field and you can do it multiple turns. Very good card. We are using 3 of it because it's not searchable by Tenki, and obviously Tenki is another copy of any Lunalight card, and that makes it very good with this other free-to-play card from the event, Lunalight Black Sheep. You can search Lunalight Black Sheep, then you can discard this card, add one Lunalight monster from your graveyard to your hand, or add one Poly from your deck to your hand. Very, very good. And if this card is used as a fusion, you can add one Lunalight Pendulum monster from your extra deck, or one Lunalight monster from your graveyard to your hand. Black Sheep's very good. We're going 3 of him too. Very, very good. And as for the box monsters, we got Kalido Chick. Once per turn, you send a monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. It becomes that monster. Why is that so good? You become Panther Dancer, so you can go into Leo Dancer immediately, and so on. So that's virtually what you're doing. You're throwing away a Panther Dancer. Very good card, Kalido Chick. We're going for 3. Gets us to Leo Dancer really quick. It's how we run less Saber Dancer. Very good. Then we have Tiger, the other pendulum, level 5. You can target a Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it can't attack or use effects and is destroyed. So you gotta use it for a fusion immediately, but that's just its pendulum effect. Its monster's effect, if it's destroyed by battle, you get a special summon a Lunalight from your graveyard. That's simple. Very good. So we're running also 3 of him. Not that you're doing too much pendulum summoning, but we do have the options now. Already gone over Black Sheep, and that's all the new stuff. So I did sneak in White Rabbit. These are all searchable with Tenki, except for Wolf, of course, but that's why we can get away with running 1, especially Crimson Fox, who we can throw away with the Lunalight Fusion. Now, we're running just 1 Poly, 1 Lunalight Fusion. So we have 3 Tenkis. Tenki can search Black Sheep. Black Sheep can search Poly. Then we have a new skill that can turn a Poly into a Lunalight Fusion. You just have to send a monster from your hand to the graveyard. Or you can send a Lunalight monster from your hand to the graveyard. Then you send another Lunalight monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Usually you're not going to use too many of them. It's very niche that you'll need Lunalight Fusion instead of Poly, but there are situations where that can be useful, and it's really easy to do. Other than that, you're just getting Leo Dancer out way more consistently, way easier, and just way faster. So, yeah, the new material is good. As you can see, I'm using very little of the old, bunch of the new. Barely any staples. We just snuck one little Kiteroid in there for the first turns, so it's pretty new out there. I should show the skill here, but yeah, pretty wild stuff. Hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching, guys. All right, here we are facing a Kaitenjo. We're going first. He's using Millennium Ring, Sleeve, and Mat. So we have 2 Kalido Chicks, White Rabbit, Black Sheep. Throw away the Black Sheep for a Poly. Normal summon the Kalido Chick, turn it into the Panther Dancer. Then we go with a Poly into Leo Dancer. Now we did use Kalido Chick, we didn't use Black Sheep. Had we used Black Sheep, we'd get a monster back, but since we used Kalido Chick, we will get the Poly back right after this cutscene. There we go. Kalido Chick is going to give us Poly back, and that is the turn. Our boy's using Galaxy Photon. He's using an older version. He's still using the level 4 Xyz. Pretty sure this was wiped out. Power crept, you could say. Here he searches Stream of Destruction. Obviously can't target us with that, but That's okay. He's gonna go into Galaxion into defense. Special summon a Galaxy Eyes. And remember, he has to target you for his effects, so he cannot use his effect on the Leo Dancer. Now when Leo Dancer battles a monster, it's going to be able to destroy all special summon monsters. We're swinging at the Galaxion to destroy the Galaxy Eyes, but he's going to use his trap, Eternal Galaxy, to bring out the Armored Photon, so we swing at the Galaxy Photon, then we destroy his armor, then we swing again for a perfect lethal over all these monsters. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going second for once. He has no extra deck over there. Starting with Black Sheep, Tenki, White Rabbit, looking pretty good. He sets 2 back row. We've got a Wolf now, so Tenki searches Kalido. We already have the Lunalight Fusion. I'm going to use Kalido, turn it into a Panther Dancer. Now we go for the Lunalight Fusion. He has a Cursed of the Forbidden spell. All he has to do is discard spell and he stops our spell. So imagine he had 2 live copies of that. Here we just use a Black Sheep to search a Poly to use the Poly. Imagine he was able to stop the Poly as well. We would still have Wolf, who would be able to do our fusion with graveyard resources, and we would still get this Leo Dancer out. There would honestly be no stopping us. But here, he falls right at the Poly point in this turn, so he would have to rely on a really good piece of back row. Kalido Chick recycles the Poly, there we go, boom. And we don't even need the Lunalight Fusion card in our deck. When you use the skill, it turns the Poly into a Lunalight from outside your deck. It just like morphs it. You don't need one in your deck. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going first against a Yami Yugi. He's full Yami Yugi style over there with the sleeve and map. We got Black Sheep. We're starting with a Crimson Fox. We even have a Tiger. We just straight pass our turn and have to hope for the best. He is Dark Magician though, and even though he pulls into a Mahad, he's not gonna have the means to OTK us. He does have a Dark Magical Circle on a back row. We get a Tenki. We turn that into Kalido Chick. Kalido Chick's going to turn into Panther Dancer. Then we use our Poly. Should have used the Black Sheep, not the Tiger. If we would have used the Black Sheep and the Tiger, we could have got the Tiger back. But we don't. Kaleidoscope will give us the Poly back though. We choose to use the Crimson Fox, which honestly was required as well, as he becomes 0. And we save the Black Sheep for another turn as he takes 3600, but gets a Dark Magician out with Mahad's effect after being destroyed by battle. So here's the Dark Magician, doesn't get a banish though, and of course we get to swing again, and it's going to be easy lethal for our guy. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing an Esperoba. We're going first. So many replays going first when this really is truly a second turn deck. I try to prop it up with this Kiteroid you're going to see here. Here we just use the Tenki, search the Black Sheep, and call it a turn. Didn't even need to use the Tenki. If we were going to just call it a turn, we could save it so we know what we had to search exactly, and just rely like Steve Irwin. Rely on the Kiteroid. He is Jinzo. He's a straight up Jinzo deck with Esperoba, so we shouldn't have too hard a chance beating him up. He's using Supernatural Tactics, such a cool skill. I have made a deck for it, so you probably just search Supernatural Tactics and it'll be there somewhere. Here's Kalido Chick, gets hit with a Floodgate Trap Bull. Her effect is not immediate, not that it would help. We throw Black Sheep away for the Poly. We still do run one copy of Saber Dancer. Saber Dancer is not that bad, just doesn't swing like our other boy. Boom. Over one monster. We don't get to swing twice, but I think our boy realizes he just has nothing in his deck that's really going to overcome us. No bit of Jinzo really has that play unless you're able to destroy, but it was an interesting play that he was able to take up a Spell and Trap Zone of ours. I didn't give him the mention for that. That does disrupt us using Pendulum. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a U-Bell. I'm going first. See what our boys got for us. We have a handful of monsters, but we do have black sheep, so that lets us get whatever we want. We get the Poly. We're going to normal summon the Kalido chick. That's going to mill a Panther Dancer and become Panther Dancer, which means we can immediately bring out the Leo Dancer. Now, once you use Kalido chick as a fusion, you get the Poly back. When you use black sheep for the